What's going on, everybody? Back for another episode with Steven. We're going to be doing Sets with Steven, new segment, where we're just lifting weights and answering your guys' questions. So, let's get started. Steven, how is December of Q4 going for you?
December's going all right. Not going to do nearly as much. I FBA'd most of my inventory, and I had some set on the trucks, like the random warehouse without them unpacking it, so it's not even in the FC transfer yet. So if I had to redo it, I would actually send almost a shipment daily of rather than big shipments that might look nice, but an easier pack. But for when it gets to the warehouse, it's not nearly as good during Q4. How's yours going?
Good, man. Good. I mean, you know already. I'm real heavy FBM.
Yeah.
So I'm fulfilling most orders myself. But I also have a decent amount of FBA, which is a little bit nice, like, relieving some of the stress of FBM. But yeah, I've been getting some help from my dad, from the guys that come over. They pack orders, like, and take inventory and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's just a little bit of a marathon, So like, obviously with the next week of, orders that are going to come in, we're getting close to Christmas time. It's December 15th today. What's your shipping template look like in order to maximize those profits?
So with that being said, oh fuck, I missed it.
Ready? Just clap when
you walk away and I forget I'm talking to a mic and not talking to you, and then my brain just shuts down. Wait a minute, hold up. All right.
Huh?
Yeah.
You got to clap close to the mic. Yeah.
So my shipping templates is free. I think it's 7 to 10 days. And then after that, we're looking at a standard shipping for, I believe, like $11.99 they pay. And then like there's like expedited, and then there's like 2-day shipping or something like that, where they pay a price that's at the moon. Why I do that is because nowadays they're giving me about $10 every like 4 or 5 orders with that standard, because we're getting closer to Christmas. It says it won't arrive then, but I do have templates that will make it so it gets there on time, which will entail giving me more money.
So you're looking to gain a little bit of an extra margin just from charging for standard shipping?
Absolutely. It's sometimes up $500 to $1,000 a day extra with the FBM operation.
See, that's something that I think more experienced sellers have more what's it called? Experience with or knowledge about. It's just getting those, like, the couple extra bucks here and there that are really game changers, that if beginners kind of knew, it would be a whole new ball game for them. So,
how many packages have you FBM this year?
How many? Dude, I can't even count. Like, maybe like 5 to 10K of FBM alone. Because I did about 1,000, 1,500 to 2,000 back to school. In November, I did about another 1,500. This month, I'm probably going to do like 3,000, so that's already like 5,000. On top of that, I probably did like another 1,000 in June. And then probably like 500, probably like 7,000, 7,500 in the first 6 months. But like, I started from nothing, like.
Yeah. So not made something.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's crazy because I told him I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was like, bro, like, just literally just started with you, a little desk and a laptop in my office. And now it's like, my whole basement's pretty much a warehouse. And he was like, what the fuck happened? Like,
What's a great thing though, and he's so supportive. And I've seen it in your operation. His dad's with him, helping him out. I love to see it. Like,
I got my dad packing the FBM, so if you ain't got your parents packing FBM, you're not doing it right.
Apparently, he's the best packer. Even the customers, I don't know how, they're commenting on how good he packs.
Dude, yeah, like, I swear to God, I think he's gotten me like 7 5-star reviews in the last 2 weeks. And then I packed for like 2 days, and he got a 1-star review and gave it back to him. Yeah, but he takes his job pretty serious.
And implementing people to help. Has that helped you source more in Q4 or replenish? Like, what does that look like?
It allowed me to go deeper and find more leads for products that I wanted to FBM or FBA. Just because I didn't have to spend so much time, like, packing up inventory, organizing inventory. I think one of the biggest keys to being successful in the Amazon space is organization. Not everybody will agree with that, but that's why I move faster than everybody. And I have the ability to FBM a lot faster because everything I do is already organized from the start. So I'm just pumping out orders, pumping out FBM orders by like on the daily, like probably like 1,000 units a day right now. And like, I'm also sourcing, I'm also repricing, I'm also working a job, I'm also like finishing up my MBA. Graduate tomorrow, so that's sick.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it definitely helps a lot with time and whatever. I know you have packers too, so but you run a different operation than I do. How do you see those guys benefiting you in your
So with Q4, it just gets a little bit quicker than my warehouses when I do it. Like when I ship from my house versus the prep center, then I have full control over that to make sure that the stuff moves quickly. It also does drop my prep prices. I mean, like cost of prep, so that also helps. That's not really the big reason. It more or less helps just to get the product moving quicker. And if I want to FBM at the last minute, I can. If a listing changes up, I can pivot very quickly. And that's the beautiful thing about my operation. So if I ship something today, it'll be delivered tomorrow at the warehouse. Versus prep center, I'm waiting 4 to 5 days. You don't know when they're going to ship it out.
Yeah.
Like if you were a great prep center, you don't have full control over it.
One thing that I always notice that people complain about too with the prep centers, and I can't say that I've always had like the same experience, but like an item getting lost or like items not being delivered, whatnot, like the items you bought aren't matching the items that are getting sent, and that could be, you know, a multitude of problems. But if you're getting it yourself, you can like kind of see what's coming in and out, and that helps with inventory and getting back the packages that haven't arrived and whatnot. So I definitely see the benefits of in-house prep. And especially when you get to a larger scale, hourly is cheaper than by unit.
I mean, and what do you value your time at per hour? It's like you have to put a number on it.
Yeah. I mean, but I couldn't even tell you.
What was it? Probably 100.
$100 an hour? No, not yet. Not yet.
I probably buy more than that. Anyway, you can source. You can find how much in that hour. Send it to the prep center.
Oh, if I'm sourcing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's an hourly. You could break that up. If you could spend your time versus like sitting FBMing, or you could find $500 profit an hour, your sourcing time is worth $500 an hour then, because that's that's what you're making at those times. Obviously, yes, stuff will dwindle down in price once in a while.
Yeah.
But like your value at least, I mean, you're worth over $100 now.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Like I got like mine like it's $200 an hour or something. Like if they want me to come over, like do something, like I'm gonna be somewhere in that ballpark because that's what my time works. So that's why I don't pack FBM because I can hire people out.
That's kind of an interesting concept too. Like, how do you value your time by the hour? Like that's something that I feel I never even really thought about. Like if you didn't notice, I just started thinking about it. I was like, damn, like how much would I be worth an hour?
And that's why I don't really pack much FBM.
Yeah.
Because I can hire that out for a neighbor or my brother's friend.
Yeah.
Who can do it for $15 an hour. Why would I do something that I can pay someone that price and then I don't have to worry about it? Like, this is a big thing that people understand. They want to keep their operations so lean that they stay small. I'm happy to throw money at people and give them like pretty flexible hours, like just being in good working conditions versus like other people that don't want to do anything away to people, and they don't grow without adding more people to the operation. So a lot of you see a lot more FBM in the buy box because of what? Like I'm confused why there's more FBM in the buy box. Like break that down.
Like right now specifically.
Yeah.
So with the increase in demand, a lot of people can go out of stock. And what the quickest way to get your inventory listed is to go do some RA, take that inventory, bring it in-house, and then prep it and send it yourself, FBM. So when you find a listing that's profitable and you find the product as a profitable price doing RA instead of OA, I think a lot of people tend to list that product FBM, and then all the prime sellers are going to start selling out. And that's where the Q4 FBM talk really comes into play, like these next few days, is because the demand's still going to be high.
But I thought you always get that a higher price if it's FBA. So like, why wouldn't I FBA it today? We're coming up on Christmas. Like,
I mean, if you were gonna FBA, like it takes time for your inventory to check in. So like you can't really get your inventory out and checked in the amount of time necessary before the cutoff for Christmas. Now you're familiar with cutoffs, right?
Yeah.
So kind of explain like cutoffs and everything, like when it comes to back to school, Christmas, stuff like that.
Yeah, so your cutoffs are the dates that you're looking at that your like where your inventory is too far, like it's too close to the date of like where you want to sell. Like August 28th, 29th is kind of when school starts. So you want to have all your stuff in by early August, so then that's all ready to go for back to school. You like Christmas, you like no later than like last week in November, because you want to make sure all that inventory's in and ready to fly when it becomes that time. Right now, I sent stuff in too late. Amazon decided to do some weird stuff with my inventory, and now I'm out 3,000 units right now going to FBA, and that was a lot of what I was planning on selling. So rather than trying to do 1 million in December, I'm now looking at doing like 400,000 or 500,000.
Yeah.
And that is a risk I took on, with the difference between me and a lot of new sellers that I know my product so well that I'm still going to make a 50% ROI versus 100% ROI during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And that comes with skill and time. Like,
yeah. It's almost like your familiarity with your product is going to determine how much the demand is, and therefore you can compensate for the cutoff of, you know, Christmas or back to school with how fast you know that product's going to sell and until when.
yeah, and like I don't sell any Legos. Like everyone goes gung ho for Legos, and I don't sell because I don't know the product, and it's not what I'm used to sourcing. Like obviously, I see something crazy cheap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at it,
Yeah.
but like when you've been sourcing a long time, you kind of know what you're looking at a lot of times. When something's good, you click on it. But I'm not sourcing weird products. We have different products for Christmas time because I don't know that category.
Yeah.
Versus someone who might be a Lego investor is not probably gonna be looking at clothing because that's not what they specialize in.
I think also another thing that people are kind of thinking about in the back of their mind, January and returns and demand. So, I mean, you've been through a Q4, you've also been through a January, Q1. Tell us a little bit about your experience in that.
I do remember getting a lot of returns last year. Funny enough, I did, but it happens. It's a cost of doing business. Like people are, oh, I hate apparel, too many returns. Well, you're putting that in your margin. If I buy women's shoes, it's 60, 70% ROI. Kat knows it. Like,
Yeah, you hear that, right? If you buy women's shoes, 60 to 70% margins, expect returns, calculate everything into your buy cost, because that's like 10 out of 10, one of the most important things. Because if you do that, then it doesn't matter if you buy apparel, it doesn't matter if you buy shoes, because you're still gonna be profitable. All right, continue, Steven.
and like I could source women's shoes all day long and find a billion things at 30% ROI because it doesn't make money after returns.
Yeah.
Because you're running a 10% return rate, 10 to 15%. With that, you have to account for those returns. And if you're not accounting, you're going to be losing a lot of money in that way. So you have to account for it. Make sure you know your products. Like if I'm selling with a high return rate, I have to get a higher ROI. And if I don't know it, I have to expect a higher ROI.
I think that's a really important thing that everybody should really be taking into account is return rates and how much you should include in your buy costs, what you should buy products for. Maybe that's a guide that we'll put in. Who knows? All right, Steven. What exactly is your plan for January?
It's kind of really no plan because I'm only really worried about December. When it's the most profitable month, I'm only worried about what's in front of me right now. Like a lot of times, most of the money in this business is made in December. You're getting the lowest prices in January. I mean, oh my gosh, on Black Friday, you're selling for the highest prices prior to Christmas with the most demand. There's no reason to really be looking at January. I hear so many new sellers, oh my gosh, January this, January that, and yeah, you have to think ahead, but you really should just be broke right now and not worried about January in that aspect. Like we have pallets going in, but like I bought this a while ago and I didn't really plan for it. It checks it now, I'm selling it, and there's no plan for it because there does need to be.
That's a great take. I mean, conduct business. Conduct business as usual.
Yeah.
You've been in months that, for most of you sellers, you've been in months that aren't Q4. You've been in months that are Q2. Like conduct your business as usual, and like that's where you're gonna find the most money.
Yeah, if I have a light January, who
Focus
cares?
on those quick flips. Build that cash flow. And I feel like that's one thing that I notice is so common. Everybody overthinks.
Oh my God. But I think that's why we do, I mean, at least I do good because I don't think that much. I just execute.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that we kind of said it really well the other day. It's almost like a game of keeping up with the Joneses.
what?
It's almost like a game of keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if you're with your boys, they want you to be the Joneses with you though. Like, I'm trying to raise the boys up to make them the Joneses. Like,
Yeah,
like
we are the Joneses in our own little
catch
world.
But like, it's not like I'm like, yo, dude, I'm trying to do 400,000 this month. Like, I'm all that.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, yo, like, all right, how can I make you do 400,000
It's
this month
like-
with me? Like,
Dude, my goal is 300K for December. How can I make 300K in December? Like, how can we do that? And then like, we're all brainstorming to help you achieve your goals because just as bad as we want to succeed, we want each other to succeed.
and you don't see that a lot these days. Everyone's for themselves. Like, I'll literally be on the phone screaming at the boys, buy more inventory. Stop
Yeah.
that, like, 'cause I know this car. And I'm screaming at them, like, and they're like, whoa,
I'm trying to
chill.
wear my water real quick.
And it's a beautiful thing because I want to see them succeed with me. And a lot of people don't buy deep enough, and I'm trying to push that. Like, just in general, it's a lot of money to be made when you have the right friends. And you get that 3 a.m. FaceTime call. Like, yo, 3 a.m. FaceTime calls and stuff restocks is the best thing in the world. You roll. What happened this week to Nick?
When you wake up in the morning and you see a text that says, get the fuck up and start buying this shit.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yep. And you only check with the, you even check the keeper chart when you get that text?
No.
Like, fuck,
Hell no.
like, I'll drop $10,000 or something that I don't even know what it is. As long as someone says, yo, buy this, that's like I trust. Like, if Kat says, yo, I'm going deep as fuck, or Nick calls, yo, we're going deep as fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at it, I'm just buying. Like, all right, I'm ungated, perfect, just ripping. Who cares? You'll cancel the next day.
Valid. As you should be though. And I think that that's like the biggest key to actually scaling up and doing like 300K, doing 400K in a month is being able to look at your team and like, I know it's like we say we got like our team, but like our like crew and like have so many eyes out there, so many products, so many different like specialties and like what we are knowledgeable about. That's the key to our success, honestly. Like if you're good at sourcing, if you're good at social media, if you're good at, you know, like Nick has like his own little secret talents.
His nerd shit.
Yeah, Nick's got his nerdiness. We just find bolos and burn loops.
Yeah. If people find loops, I burn them.
If you have a loop or if you have a bolo, Steven and I will find it and Steven will burn it. So,
all right, but
just
there's a
keep that in
difference
mind.
though because I need a couple extra. What times you guys haven't spent?
Bro,
and
we've burned at least like 4 to 5 loops this month.
Oh yeah. But like as it happens, like when you become a bigger seller, you're not buying 5 at a time. Like, all right, I need 1,000 at a time. Like get me that money. Get me the money.
Until Steven goes to wholesale, he's gonna continuously burn loops. So
put me on your loops. Let me make some money.
oh man.
Yeah, dude, the one with the cock. We can probably even go over that.
What?
Can we go over that?
What?
The one that we burned that was like the wealthiest one.
Nah, don't even mention it.
What?
Don't even mention it because there's still people that are like hitting it.
Half cooking on it?
Yeah.
All right. We can cut that.
I'm about to hit up Ross's and Famous today.
But all right, but as a seller, you're not too big to. Hold on. Go back. We're gonna hold up. And we're gonna restart on that. And we're gonna talk about. I'm like, yo, you're not too big of a seller to.
Huh?
Hold up. So what are you gonna do today? Like, how are you gonna get more inventory?
I mean, like I mentioned earlier in the segment, right now is like the time where people start to run thin on inventory, and that includes myself, just like FBM wise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in store to all the different stores around me after I'm done packing my FBM, and I'm gonna go see if they have the items in store that I need. I'll buy out the store, pay for it, bring it back to my place, and then I'll have a whole new set of inventory to kind of work with.
But what store did you say you're going to? Because they bring up a great. I'm
going to Ross, and I'm going to go to Kohl's, Famous Footwear. Those 3 stores are probably going to hit.
So you're a bigger seller, right?
Yeah.
But you're still happy with Ross because you're on the grind. You don't care. Because you're here for $1. You're not here to, like, who cares? Like, people go to these stores. Like, it's
and that's been my MO since I started, right? Like, I'll do what other people won't because I want to be successful more than they want to be successful. And that's who I am. Like, you'll do the same thing. You'll go out and do RA and try to find 1,000 units. When we had this loop in person, probably an hour and a half away from my house, I was picking you up, driving you down there, and like we were both going in person to pick up like 1,000 units or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, dude, every time we were there, it was like $10,000 profit. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
I mean, but that's the stuff that we'll do. Like, I'll drive an hour 45 to go pick this stuff up. You used to fly home from Florida.
Yeah,
to literally rip your loops.
Yeah, like I would just rip loops and I would come home. But that's what I know, and that's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
That's the fun of the game. Like, I'll fly across the country if someone's got a good loop. Like, invite me out, I'm flying. I don't care.
Steven doesn't care where you live. Just tell him where the loops are.
He'll show up.